Hi again this week, everybody. It's Rosalind Saunders from the Codependency Show. So this week, as I said in the first video of the show, we're going to be working out of my book, Emotional Sobriety. This is a book I published in 2017. So the why behind this book that I wrote, or the why behind this show, or why I'm very passionate about getting awareness out there of codependency, the number one reason I do this is because my emotional sobriety is my number one value, and it's to keep myself sober. Now this might sound very selfish, however, if it's the best way at maintaining my own emotional sobriety, and it is my number one priority. Also might sound selfish is that I am number one in my life. Now, as you say, you might think, oh, that sounds selfish, because as society we've taught to that put everybody before ourselves and do everything for everybody else, and there's nothing left for ourselves. Common symptoms of codependency, which I was fully blown in. So I'm number one in my life now, and my emotional sobriety is my number one value. If it doesn't feel right, or if I can't cope with it, I do not do it. So now it's taken me many years and a lot of work to come to this point of where I am number one in my life, and I'm more than happy to say it and actually feel very confident telling that to people. If they think that's selfish, then I'm okay with that as well. So codependency keeps us entwined and returning to unhealthy relationships, friendships, family members, work situations, eating habits, substance abuse habits, prescription medication habits, emotional habits of like actions we take, doing things for people all the time, controlling other people's lives. It keeps us doing these things over and over and over again. And the definition of addiction is that it's something that we continue to do, and this is substance related or not, that we continue to do over and over again despite the negative consequences in our lives. Who's ever said after they've done something and they feel terrible, I'll never do that again? And then a couple of weeks later we've forgotten, and here we go doing it again. Who's ever done that? Well, you don't need to put your hand up, but just recognize yourself. This can be, I was a great one for organizing events, always, and it was me that was the one that would have the idea and let's organize it. I ended up sometimes buying tickets for people to things, yes, they'd love to come, and then they wouldn't come in the end, or they couldn't come. I used to end up paying for other people's tickets, and yes, I didn't have the courage to then ask them to pay. And today I certainly would, or I do it differently. I get them to pay for the ticket. So these are the sort of things. It's not just substance related or alcohol or not those physical things. It can be our actions as well that we become addicted to and continue to do despite the negative consequences in our lives. So for this week, I'd just like you, just as something for you to be aware of and mindful is, what are some things in my life that I continue to do even though after I've done them I feel ghastly, and then I go, I'll never do that again. And then we do it again and again. So that's, if you could put that in your mind and awareness for this week, and just put it out there. Don't pressure it, or just put it out there, and be open to doing it. You may find you do something again and you'll go, you know what, that's what Ros said, and I've done it again, and that's fine too. However, we keep getting more and more awareness and building muscle around it. So if you'd like to contact me, you can contact me on my website, rosalindsaunders.com.au. I also have a Facebook page called Rosalind Saunders Love and Relationship Addiction, which of course is codependency. And you could private message me there as well. So thank you for listening, and have a good week.